Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. Something review on Radiator Springs Rescue Luigi and Guido, of course, part of the new for 2025 Radiator Springs Race and Rescue lineup. Always important to get Luigi and Guido in and do any racing kind of extra line. And I think they do. They're so versatile they can fit into any series. Now, I did say this is a 2025 line, but I do believe this is actually a 2026 packaging. I found this in a case. I found this with cars that were in the 2026 case. And you can see the back here is a little different than the back for the normal Luigi and Guido from the 2025 release. The back card back here is a little different. There's also, this is a 2026 release. Technically 2026 case A or B release. But it's basically the same, it's the same thing that was in the 2025 case. But anyways, I really do like the card art here. Luigi and Guido here having this nice design, like how the flags are. I'm not sure. I think they made this flag this way to kind of indicate that this is a choking hazard, because usually they write that Luigi and Guido are choking hazards. So I feel like this kind of flag, he's obviously holding it, but also kind of doubled it up as a choking hazard warning, which I think is pretty cool. But I like the design there. It looks pretty cool in there as well. Like I said, here's the back: Red, Chick, Jackson, Lightning, and Cruise. These are the between other cars that are going to be re-released in 2026. But yeah, enough yapping. Let's get Luigi and Guido, Rescue Luigi and Guido, out of the package. So here are Rescue Luigi and Guido out of the package. They look pretty cool, so let's get right into the review. Let's start off with, I guess, Guido here. He looks pretty cool. So of course, right away you can see he's got a big old hat on, big race and rescue hat. Looks pretty cool. That's a nice touch. I like that. Got the nice race and rescue logo there on the top. Kind of got, it's like a fireman's hat. Fireman's hat. Guess he's helping out Red there, but yeah, it looks really cool. Got a nice expression there. Nice smile. Going over to the side, you've got some nice detail here. You've got the fenders here are yellow, you can see. I guess they would be referred to as fenders on Guido, but whatever. This thing here is yellow. You've got the Race and Rescue logo there. Got a nice yellow stripe. Got some nice red detailing along the bottom. So yeah, I do like the different kind of colors added on to Guido here. Look pretty cool. The other side here, more Race and Rescue logos. Interesting, like this, you can see this Race and Rescue logo is slightly different. You've got the full Race and Rescue logo here, and then you've got the just the RR logo there. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Of course, I do have a Guido here to compare him to. This is a Precision Series Guido, but for the purposes of this comparison, it works. You can see the forks are different colors. Of course, you've got the big old hat. Looks really nice. Like I said, I do like the hat here. And then go to the side here, you've got the differences in the fenders. Like I said, I think these are called fenders. These would be referred to as fenders for Guido. Different colors there. Of course, you can see all the added detailing as well. But yeah, really, really cool. Very small, of course, but really cool nonetheless. And I guess let's go to Luigi here. Probably, I guess, the star of the two-pack. I don't know, he's more sizable, so he's got more room for detailing and all that. But, of course, the big thing here, you've got the big flag, the big caution flag. It's interesting because, in racing, a caution flag is usually yellow. But I guess to non-racing fans, that'll be a little confusing. So they need to just put a big old caution logo on the flag itself instead of making it a yellow flag. Also, I guess Luigi holding a yellow flag would be kind of weird. I don't know. But then at the same time, they've got, Dexter Hoover with a yellow flag and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know why they didn't go just for a yellow flag and went for a caution flag, like a literal caution flag instead. But regardless, I really do like the expression here on Luigi. I think it looks really nice. Got the Fiat logo there, I guess, kind of the imitation of a Fiat logo. Headlights there look really cool. Going on to the side here, you've got the Race and Rescue logo, as Guido does right here. And then you've got the big old red stripes along the side. Rescue logo there as well. Up on the left fender, got the white wall tires there. Go to the back, you've got his license plate, which I think has the coordinates for a Ferrari factory in Italy somewhere, or like the main Ferrari headquarters or something. It's something related to Ferrari in Italy. That's important. That's all I know. There you go. Those are the coordinates. Of course, more red detailing and all that. I do like with the Race and Rescue cars, they change the paint jobs quite a substantial amount. I think that is pretty nice. Of course, you got a Race and Rescue text right there. I know that's kind of strange, but there you go. Up there. You go to the other side, you can see it a little more clear without the flag in the way. But yeah, there you go. The Race and Rescue logo again, and kind of the same as the other side. And we'll compare him to the Precision Series Luigi here, who is a kind of a different mold slightly. Although I think this is actually the updated mold. Yeah, never mind. This is the, I think, the updated mold. I'm not sure. They kind of, Luigi used to be very narrow. The 1/5 scale, Luigi used to be very narrow. And then for Cars 3, I think they kind of updated him. I think Thailand kind of updated him a little bit as well. But kind of, this is more of an accurate mold than what they initially had released him. He was really, really narrow. But you can see the yellowing is a little different. Different kind of yellowish shades, more bright yellow, I guess. I actually really do like the expression here. I prefer it a lot more than the Precision Series expression there. To the side, kind of see how the paint job changes. Still got the white wall tires. That's important, of course. The back here. Of course, this Luigi does have kind of the opening trunk or whatever. That never actually closes, but there you go. You go to this side, and there's the other comparison. But yeah, probably really cool. I do like this release. Both Luigi and Guido. There's the base, in case you were curious. Where's the date stamp? These are actually made in China, and there's, I think, another way you can tell that these are 2026. Kind of forgot to mention, but yeah, made in China. 2026 cars will be made back, and they're moving them back to China from Thailand. So it was a good run for Thailand. What, 2018, 2019, I want to say they moved them to Thailand, and so, whatever, 7 years later, they're moving them back to China. So there you go, 2026 release from China. If there was a 2025 release, it would be from Thailand. So good run for Thailand, but they come back to China, and you can see on the back of the package, it's just made in China. So this is a 2026 release. Just more confirmation there. But yeah, so it would be interesting to see cars made back in China again. I usually do prefer the Chinese variants to the Thailand variant. I think China, the eyes, first of all, are much better. The Thailand's gotten better with the eyes, but just some of the details, some of the variants, you compare the Thailand, like a lot of the Piston Cup variants, their Chinese counterparts are so much better than their Thailand counterparts. So I'm glad to see them come back to China. But yeah, so the date stamp's a little harder to read here because it's pretty sure it's this, which first of all is really poorly stamped on there in the first place, but it's also not kind of intuitive where it's like P28 or whatever, where it's P is the year and then 28 is the week. It's a little more kind of cumbersome to figure out. Guido doesn't have a date stamp. I think this right here is the date stamp, whatever this right here, but it's really poorly in there. Poorly kind of printed, so it's hard to tell, but maybe the package will have a date stamp. Not seeing one anyway, that's not really important right now. But yeah, good to see them back in China. And like I said, these are pretty cool releases. Like I said, the Race and Rescue line, as I've said before, not my favorite line. I have my issues with it. I think these are decent releases. I do like their accessories. I like the flag, I like the hat. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Luigi and Guido Race and Rescue versions. Have you picked them up from Thailand, from China, either of them? And if you have, let me know what you think. And yeah, other than that, this will be the end of the video. So thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.